Well, I'm back, but I'm on my laptop, guys. I don't know. Probably lost everybody there. Hey, I'm back, guys. We got booted, lost the stream, had to rebuild a whole new stream here. Just got live. Trying to see if I'm coming up live on YouTube. Here we go. Looks like the camera's working. I switched over to my laptop, so guess it's just not going to be my luck today. Welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry about this. Technical difficulties. I ended up switching over to my laptop because it seems to be working a little better. But we're back in. 4 people in YouTube. Welcome back, guys. Q4 Pilot, hey, what's up? I'm having some internet issues here, guys, so I'm tethered to my cell phone currently, and it keeps dropping me. So I ended up firing up the laptop here just so I can get the stream in tonight, and hopefully the one tomorrow morning. But then after that, I'm going to be hopefully with internet again. I should be able to finish it tomorrow. So how's your night going, Q4? Trading resources. What do we got? Futures market as of 7 p.m. March 17, 2026. Ooh, this is a good snapshot. Mostly everything's looking a little down. Except for some of these, like the Dow is up a little bit, S&P's up a little, Nasdaq's up a little, Russell's up a little. But seems like the rest of the sort of commodities are all down. Thanks for sharing that, Lone Wolf. Cool little snapshots. I'm doing pretty good. Just dealing with these internet issues. So, like I said, I'm tethered to my cell phone right now, and keeps kicking me off. So, and it wouldn't reconnect to my PC. So I quickly got my laptop in. No, it's the same room, just on a laptop. I'm having internet issues, so my PC is out of commission at the moment. I bought a wireless card for it that connects to USB 3, and for whatever reason it keeps dropping my cell connection, my tethered cell connection. So hopefully internet should be fixed tomorrow. Praying for that, and then get life back to usual here. So I won't be able to have Bookmap on, unfortunately. I did have it earlier. We had orders up at 25,150 on the upside, and other than that, there wasn't much to talk about. 25,110 below. How you doing though, Jay? How you doing? I had pho soup and some fried rice for dinner tonight. Yeah. Trading game passed your evaluation giveaway? No way, that's awesome. Love it. Congratulations, so happy to hear that. What is this thing that I got here? Geometry. Starlink, I think, is about $55 a month, but Mustang Trader, who I trade with Monday to Friday, he's in Costa Rica using Starlink, and he gets his video feeds like freezes a lot. So I'm a little concerned that I'm going to get the same. So, but anyways, should be getting my wired internet back tomorrow afternoon. So hopefully only one more day of dealing with this nonsense, and that would be good. Hey, Bodyman, no, I'm not going to be doing a giveaway today. Definitely, if everything works out and I have my internet going, I'll be giving away one on Thursday for sure. Because of you guys, I did hit another target on Lucid. So I'm going to have a few more Lucid accounts to give away also. I haven't given away one of them yet. I had two, and then I'm going to have a couple more. So the giveaway train has started. So once we can get this internet issue figured out, then I'll be able to manage everything a little bit better. But currently I'm literally just on my laptop here. I got one tiny screen on the side, and just making it work for now, just because, I just wanted to hang out with you guys, So I'm a little reluctant to take any trades just because I don't know how this is if it's gonna work or how it's gonna play out. Where is my trade of 8? There we go. Yeah, so I told the story quite a few times already, but basically we had some snow. A tree ended up falling over on one of the lines and knocked out my internet. So I should have had it fixed on Monday, but there's a miscommunication between the internet company and my neighbor kind of asked them to leave the property. Turns out that I went over there, talked to the neighbor. He's like, "Oh yeah, no problem. Go ahead and reconnect it, right?" So they're coming back tomorrow morning to do it. So yeah, you need fast internet for order execution, of course. Yeah, every millisecond counts. It's 80% off right now for Lucid, or what are you talking about for top one? Are you talking about Apex? I don't have any Apex accounts under my name, or I don't have a Apex discount code. I did not see the video released by Apex. Is it on YouTube, Lilish? Yeah, it's on YouTube. Okay. Let me see. They disclosed some facts about their traders. Interesting. I'll just go over to their website here. Or see if I can find the video. Do you happen to know what the video is called? Oh, 80% off on funded future. Nice. Yeah, I've never really traded with them before. I don't know anything about funded future, but if there's a lot of good prop firms out there, lots of options, anyways. Yeah, like I've been mentioning, I'm having internet issues, so I'm tethered off my phone, and my PC just keeps dropping the connection. So I decided to whip out the laptop real quick here, just so I can be on the stream with you guys. Probably not going to be taking any trades, just because I don't really trust the internet on my phone. So yeah. A 50K for 25 bucks? Whoa. Sounds kind of like an Apex account. Disclose some facts about their traders. I'm curious about this. Discloses facts about traders. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that video. Check this. You're going to send me the link. Had some pretty high volume on that last 5-minute candle there before our current candle. I gave up trading a few weeks ago, but I still like to tune in. All right, M. Will. Fair enough. I mean, it definitely isn't for everybody, but if you still get some enjoyment, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for tuning in and commenting and being involved in the community. Makes my life a lot more fun when you guys are here hanging out and chatting. So you should see the streams on Monday to Friday. We have maybe on a good day 10 to 15 viewers. So when we get like 30, 50 or even more on these evening streams, I'm feeling pretty fun. You can't share the link here? Let me see. Maybe it's. Let me see. I will go to my channel. Do you have the Discord? You could always pop it in there. Let me see here. View my channel and go to the live stream. Maybe I'll be able to pick it up here off of the chat, because sometimes it'll YouTube automatically blocks. Yeah, it didn't link it for some reason. Sometimes YouTube, it's nothing that I've done, but it's sometimes YouTube doesn't allow the chat to put links in there for some reason. Yeah, I went to live chat and I don't see it. Starting to push up here a little bit more. You shared it on the live chat, but YouTube blocks it? Yeah, it seems that way. Getting a bit of a push up here. You hot, Ralph? Huh? You hot? We do have that 30-minute bearish fair value gap here. So if we get a 30-minute closure above 25,160, man, there's definitely some room to the upside to the 300s. So they posted it yesterday. What you could do is just link it, but don't link the whole thing, or I don't know how it works. But do you think price action will be good tomorrow, even though we have PPI and FOMC? Oh, you know what? I've been so out of sorts lately with everything. I didn't even know that we have PPI or FOMC tomorrow. Just I've been out of internet here. I've been struggling with trying to get everything hooked up and dealing with cable company. Oh yeah, PPI, core PPI, FOMC rate statement, and interesting. I usually try to somewhat stay away from trading on FOMC. And if you're going to trade FOMC, make sure that, for one, your futures company allows you to. And then the other thing is that, maybe don't use a funded account for it. Because I'd hate to blow your funded account on an FOMC gamble. Oil's ripping lower or higher right now? It's got to be ripping lower, right? Oh yeah. And that's why NQ's going up. I see that. Man, that oil is really the driver right now, hey, for the market. Oh, you blew your funded last week on CPI? Yeah, I wouldn't. If your account is at the point where it's pretty easy to blow, that's one thing. But if you have a relatively healthy account, I would avoid trying to risk it on FOMC or CPI, right? Because man, you just get in the wrong direction and it's bad news. So. But you can always pick up some of those cheap evals or whatever, or take a relatively low risk trade, like as in you don't oversize too much and try to win a little bit on an eval, but not financial advice. But that's usually the better way to go. Don't damage your funded accounts. And typically, price action isn't very good with CPI and FOMC, in my opinion. We're usually pretty choppy. I'm surprised that we're actually been climbing so clean now that you say that we have CPI coming, especially with FOMC. Because typically with FOMC, we end up getting a whole lot of chop, which kind of makes sense that we got that today after initial bounce and pre-market there. So we currently have 23 people in YouTube and 3 people in X. Hey, everybody. Thank you. NQ already above previous day high. ES is almost there. Yeah, we're above value area high, previous day high, and yeah, nice and strong here. We have a bit of a divergence between NQ and ES, as you can see here. Obviously, we're above the previous day high, where we're not at the previous day high yet on ES. So, hello, I am Thao. I'm doing all right. Dealing with the internet issues here on my laptop now, because I tried to run it off my PC. I want to spend $90 on getting a Wi-Fi card for my PC, because I never had Wi-Fi. I always just wire it. And since I don't have internet, I had no way to tether it. So went and did that, and it's disconnected me way too much. So I wasn't even able to connect back after the last time I got disconnected. So I jumped on the laptop here. So nope, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Should get it back. Just capped my first funded right now. Copped? Oh, you just got your first funded right now. Nice. Louia. I'm assuming that's a good thing. Like, you just got your first funded account. So congratulations there. Woo! Funded. Yeah, no internet sucks big time. So I'm just doing my best here on the laptop. The laptop seems to be more stable, but I have limited screen space now. But hopefully tomorrow we'll be back to normal. What kind of account are you trading, Luia? Which firm are you with? PC has other processors running that consume the internet. Yeah, exactly. This laptop is very, very basic. So I think that's why it's, and I have less stuff on, like, running on it, like, typically I have I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows open plus bookmap. And then, one of those windows is the streaming software. So it's like pretty heavy duty. Oh, and Discord. So there's a lot of stuff going on the PC, and I don't think the Wi-Fi tethering can work. So equities are just going up when oil is going down, and down when oil goes up. It's that simple. Yeah, pretty much. When we have a decent move, yeah, it's gonna eat my data. When I did a little research on it, and 1 hour of streaming, depending on the quality of the video and everything, is between 1 and 6 gigabytes of data per hour. So that's why I was thinking, I was like, oh no, I hope I didn't run out of data and they cut me off, because I couldn't reconnect my computer. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully tomorrow we'll be back in action like normal. So so far I've streamed 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost about 5 hours of streams off my phone so far. So tomorrow we'll be good. Tomorrow I don't have to worry about this. Hey, Space Futures FX, what's up in the house? It'll only slow down things until the next billing cycle? Yeah. That's true. Lone Wolf is back. Welcome back. I might need to borrow one of your pups to sniff out the disconnection of the internet wire. No, I'm joking. They already know where it is. Might need to hire a panda to do some work for me. Here, find the internet connection disconnection, please. Found it. So how old is Panda? Oil is now at 93. What's the next move? Sheesh. That's a good question here. The one thing that I'm seeing right now, which is kind of a potential roadblock for us here, we have a 30-minute bearish fair value gap that we're currently in. So if we can get a 30-minute closure above 25,160, I can see us moving higher for sure. But yeah, I would think at this point, you'd probably want to pull back sort of into the 25,106 area, maybe 110 area for a long. But not financial advice, as you guys know. But yeah, I would be looking for a pullback. But since my internet is crap right now, I probably won't be taking any trades. But as you can see here, we do have a bunch of unmitigated bullish fair value gaps below. So we'll have to see when this candle closes. We're going to leave another one up here at the 25,133 area. So quite often price is going to want to pull back to balance out some of these fair value gaps before it goes higher. Lone Wolf turned 3 in February. Nice. Well, we could take a look at the 1 hour or even the 4 hour to see if there's any other fair value gaps. So we do have that bearish fair value gap also. Currently, we're inside it on the 1 hour chart. We've got a new 1 hour candle though, so it would be hard to wait for that one to close. Do we have any 4s? We do have a 4 hour fair value gap up at 25,500 and a couple below here. So this looks like a pretty good support, 25,078. Now, if we end up breaking below that, I mean, we're definitely going back to the point of control. So I think these previous day high, value area high levels are going to be pretty important. So somewhere around 25,100 area is kind of the current line in the sand, right? If we break those levels with any kind of momentum and we don't find support in this fair value gap, then we're definitely going at least to the point of control, which is 25,013 or even lower down to the value area low. But so far, can't really do anything other than long unless you're going to just take a quick short scalp. Have some tea. Pick me up tea. Hey, we're currently up to 31 people in YouTube and 8 in the 2X channel. Anybody that's in X, leave us a comment. Get involved. So if we can get the internet going tomorrow, which I'm hoping we are, then we're definitely going to be doing a giveaway Thursday night. Don't tell everybody, or tell everybody. I don't know, one or the other. So we'll probably give away another Top One Futures account. That'll be the last one I have, actually. So hopefully somebody can turn that into a funded account. But then I do have some Lucid accounts that I'm going to be able to give away. So that's the meat of your analysis. Fair value gap. Give me a break. Yeah. I mean, up to you, bro. Everyone has their own take on things, right? So whatever works for you is what works for you. I like to do my entries on fair value gaps. We're definitely in a bullish market at the moment, short term. So yeah, entering on fair value gaps is definitely a good way to get in on the continuation, right? No one said trading has to be super hard, you know? Upside targets? We got a whole bunch of stacked highs at 411, 25,411 area. But originally on the book map, we had orders up at 25,150, which would have been a pretty nice draw, but it looks like we're almost getting there, which I called out earlier. But yeah, I'd be looking for a pullback for a continuation on a long here. And then you'd be keeping an eye on 150. If I could hook up my book map, I could see if there's any more targets to the upside here. But I mean, you could just look at the round number. If we break above 150, you know, there's another good chance we're going to keep pushing here up to 200, right? Take a quick look at the oil here. Get rid of some of these old VWAPs. Obviously well below our current overnight VWAP. So we'll have to see how it plays out here. We're at these lows. Looks like they're trying to sweep these lows here. We got a stacked lows back from Monday. So if we end up getting a sweep here with an inverted fair value gap, I could see a bit of a reversal potentially coming on this. But we'll have to be patient for that guy. I don't really trade oil, guys, but it's a pretty good indicator as to what the market's going to be doing. So I've been keeping a little bit of eye on it. But as long as oil's going down, NQ should just keep going up here. Welcome to the stream. Anybody who is new, we got 32 people in YouTube and 9 people in X. Good to see y'all as usual here. Randy H, welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you, bro. Where are you tuning in from? Vancouver? No way. You're like right near me. I live in Mission. So I'm about 1 hour down, 1 hour outside of Vancouver. If you don't know where Mission is, that tiny little town in between Maple Ridge and Abbotsford. You're actually in Chilliwack, but you say Vancouver? Yeah, that's usually what I say. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm in Vancouver. Well, I'm actually an hour out of Vancouver. So you're like an hour and 40 minutes out of Vancouver. So, and Flirty J Com. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name, but it's interesting. And you're in Kelowna. Nice. Just a bunch of people from BC. Yeah, we're all hanging out after work, trying to get in a couple trades, right? I don't know if you guys know, but I'm currently tethered to my cell phone, so I'm not. I'm trying to avoid taking any trades because I keep getting disconnected. So we'll have to see how the night goes. I've already got booted off of the stream once, and then the stream ended. I had to redo the entire stream to get it back active again. So now I'm on my laptop and I'm still tethered on my phone. Hopefully my internet will be good to go tomorrow. You're down Highway 97 from you, Wenatchee, Washington. Yeah, Lone Wolf is one of our American neighbors. So there's a bunch of us. The algo's sending me to the locals lately. Hey guys, if you want to join the Discord channel, let me. I was gonna say, let me link up the Discord to you guys, and then if you guys join that channel, we often do trader meetups. So I was thinking about me and my friend Randy Baines. We were thinking about possibly doing one in Seattle, but if not, we can always do sort of a local, more of a local one. So I'll link you guys the Discord channel here if you want to hop on there, and then next meetup we'll post in there. So if you want to hang out and maybe get some food, maybe a beer, have a little bit of trader conversations. We did one back in December. We had about 10 people showed up, so it was pretty good. Hey, there we go. We got a couple people in the channel or in the Discord. Thanks for joining. It is a free Discord, guys. It's just sort of a little community hub. where we're just kind of chatting and sharing some trades, getting some feedback on stuff, or mindset tips, things like that. So nothing too serious in the Discord, just more of a community place to meet up and be able to talk. And if we're posting things like get-togethers or rule changes or important information about futures trading and prop firms. So hey, there's Facile Crypto. What's up, bro? Hey, how are you? Hey, Lilish. See you in the Discord here. Meet in Elements Casino. Yeah, that would be good. That's a good idea. We could definitely do a casino meetup and then maybe either play some slots or something, or get in some poker. I don't know if you guys play poker, but typically I don't really gamble much at the casino, but I do like to go sit at the poker table. So what, I should rename the Discord to Market Butcher? When I originally started the Discord, it was for a group of people that are all friends, and then I didn't want to name it after me, because it was I thought it was for all of us, but it seems like nobody else is staying on very much. So maybe you're right, I should switch it up to Market Butcher, and then at least people know what it is. It's called the Traders Mindset Hub currently, because we're kind of using it to focus more in on mindset and just psychological parts. So but yeah, I'll think about changing the name. K-poppers, hello fellow Canadians. Which prop firms do you guys use for futures? I'm still new in this. K-poppers, I personally, if you're new, I would recommend Lucid Trading. I am a little biased because I do have a discount code with them, but the reasons why I suggest Lucid is it's a one-time fee, right? So you get your account, you pay one time, you don't have an activation fee. The rules are pretty standard, they're good rules, and there's no reoccurring bills. So if you trade one micro and keep it super tight, you can get a lot of trades and a lot of experience out of one account, right? So that's what I usually tell people to do when they're new, is just get an evaluation from Lucid. There's no time pressure. There's no fees if you do pass it. If you have a really good trading day, you can actually pass the account in, depending on which account, either 2 days or one single trading day. So that's what I would recommend. And then anyone who's a little more advanced and they want to go straight to funded, that's when I usually suggest Top One Futures, because they have a really good straight to funded accounts and great support. Both Lucid and Top One Futures have great support and overall good business. They're both on prop firm match. So Lucid trades on Trade-of-8, Quant Tower, and I think the new one, C Trader. So yeah, they have a few options. They used to have Project X, obviously, but mostly all those prop firms don't have it now, except for Top Step, right? So I'm still leaning long AO. There's no real reason for us to be looking for shorts at this minute. We might get a small pullback for a scalp, right? But overall, I would be looking for longs. I'd be looking for pullbacks into, some of these fair value gaps and or previous day high value area high levels. So somewhere around 25,100. Now, if I would hope it'd be a bit of a slow grind back down before you take an entry. So just be careful. Don't just blindly entry at previous day high. No reason for us to be looking for anything except for longs at this point. So Apex video is in the link. All right. Yeah, and Motive Wave also, right? Lone Wolf mentioned there. With Lucid, if you go Quant Tower route, you get the full licensed version of Quant Tower. Yeah. Yeah, so overall, Lucid, really good company. Like I was saying earlier, I had a bit of a technical difficulty getting a payout from them, and after a little bit of back and forth, they worked on it and got it all worked out. So that that money is in the in work market, which is the payout company, and it's just sitting there waiting to be approved. So I'm assuming that work market's just got to get that put through here for me. So hopefully it'll be sent out to my bank account by tomorrow or something. Typically it's a little faster than that, but from what I heard, anyways. But yeah, Lucid's known for really fast payouts. But like I said, I was having a bit of an issue with the connection of Lucid to their payout work market company. So seems to have worked it all out, though. Worked out the work market. Apex video is in the Discord. All right, let me open that up. See, Ismail, I like it. Okay, I'm going to copy that. Let's pop that into YouTube here. So they're giving us some stats here. We could be getting a reversal soon, though, guys. We do have a divergence between NQ and ES right now. I'll show you real quick here. This is NQ. We are above the high of the New York session here, whereas ES is still below. We pushed up since I drew it earlier, but there you go. We're still below the high of the New York session. So typically this can signal a reversal, right? So I guess what we're looking for is a big wick, and then that would maybe an inverted fair value gap for a potential reversal signal. But like I was saying earlier, at the moment, I don't really see anything other than longs at the moment to be safe. So thanks for sharing that that video. I will definitely watch it at some point here. You don't like Apex anymore? If you don't pass in 30 days, you lose it. I know that's a tough part, right? And again, this is why I like using Lucid, because it just alleviates that whole time pressure that's on you, right? You can slow right down, take your time, get a lot of experience over time, and better chance to pass. Like when I had an Apex account last week, and I was about 700 away, and because I had one more day to finish it, I ended up blowing that account because I tried to rush it to finish it on the last day or the day before the last day anyway. So you have work market because you already took some payouts with Lucid. I have the Visa debit, and it's very fast. It just go to the ATM and voila, nice. Yeah, so I think it was just more, the reason it's a little delayed is because I had an issue with setting it up, like and Priscilla, I'm in Canada, right? So it's a little bit different here. So I don't get like the Visa debit, and maybe I don't get to hook it up the same way as you. I have to like do a wire, so I had to connect to my bank account through wire, right? And part of the reason I had delayed so long is because I set up a limited company just after the new year, and I had to wait for that account to get active and then activate the card, and I registered the business, all that kind of stuff. So that's why I was delaying on that. So now we got it. Canada's banking rules suck. Yeah. I agree. Oh, they have a Visa debit for you also. Nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll have to look into deeper into work market. I wonder if they can connect that for a Canadian. You failed Apex eval twice? Yeah, it happens, right? Apex, I've created a bot named Maverick. It does automatic trades and 95% accuracy. If you're interested, share your WhatsApp. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trust that personally, but if you could show some proof, just be careful who you guys are talking to. Not to say that you aren't a real person and not a scammer drift trader, but yeah, it's kind of interesting when people pop into a chat, they haven't been around, and they start dropping messages like that. So anyone who is watching, be careful with that kind of stuff. But if it does work for you guys, that's awesome. Yeah, that's what I mean. WhatsApp is shady AF, right? So if you guys do venture that route, just be careful. I'm just giving you warning here. I have nothing to do with this, so no, I am not a scammer. I am going to show you the live results. Hey, there you go. Hey, anyone who's interested, check it out if you feel like the risk. Send me your PayPal. Kaylin, you're naughty. Been hearing good things about the new Tradeify account they just released. Oh, I haven't seen that. What is it? What do you see in there? Yeah, 30 days is pretty tight, hey, Lilish, to pass that account. It's almost like you should probably just go with like a 25K account, and makes it a little bit easier to get that profit target without being too crazy in 30 days, right? But I guess if you're looking for, because it's not even 30 days, you get the account for 30 days, but you only have like 4 weeks, so you really only have about 20 days to pass it. So if you do $150 a day, you can pass it. So yeah, bots are, I mean, as much as they're pretty cool and they might work, it's still a little risky, right? You guys don't have Venmo or Zella either. Yeah, I know. We don't have these nice, easy payment options, hey? If it makes so much money, why do you need to sell it? That's a good point. GW trades a lot. Very, very valid question. So, someone's got a head on their shoulders right there. No, it isn't. My internet isn't fixed yet. I'm still running it off of my phone tethered. That's why you don't have Bookmap here. It's because I'm on my laptop. I was running the stream off my PC, but whatever to do with my wireless card and my phone tether, it just keeps dropping the connection, and then I couldn't even reconnect, and then I ended up losing the live stream. So I had to make a whole nother stream. So we got like 2 streams live tonight. So you couldn't activate your giveaway eval after you passed it, you mean? Yeah, that was the first live stream that I had running, Kaylin, and then it booted me, and I couldn't get back in time to keep the stream going. So my internet speed is usually pretty good, but when I'm streaming with connected through the tether on the phone, it's not very good. So Yeah, exactly. I got a little hamster wheel running over here, just keeping it going. So after passing, you couldn't get the eval going. So I'm pretty sure that there's an activation fee. So I think you logged into your dashboard and you checked it out. Unfortunately, that's why I typically recommend Lucid for evals and top one futures for direct to funded or straight to funded, because there is an activation fee. So gives a hamster wheel a Red Bull, right? We're into a bearish fair value gap. Well, we have a bearish fair value gap we've been sitting in for a while here on the 1 hour chart or the 30-minute chart. So as you can see, here's the 30. So I've been looking for a closure above 25,158. Is it even on the 15? No, we don't got it on the 15. So 30 is our lowest time frame. Yeah, so if we can get above 160, 160 on a 30-minute candle closure, I could definitely see us pushing higher, maybe up to 200 or something. In an eval, after a few losses, it's difficult to pass the account because for less drawdown, you have to make more amount loss plus recovery and passing amount. Yeah, it definitely becomes harder. That's why, usually on an eval, I'll start a little bit heavier in the hopes that you can get a nice, a couple nice wins to give you a little bit more padding in there. But then I usually start scaling down, whether or not I'm, up or down, right? And especially when you're down, you have to scale down, or else you can blow that account just so easy, right? So yeah, definitely try to protect it. If time in the market is everything right now. For me anyways. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm a pretty big advocate of just getting the reps, right? Getting in there, getting some experience, learning your psychological highs and lows and how to deal with them, right? Because that's going to be the hardest part. Yeah, we do have a bearish fair value gap above us. You could play an inversion off that guy. If we were to get a closure above 140, we could definitely target, say, like 150s, because we did have about 100 orders at 150 earlier when I did have the book map up, but unfortunately we don't have it right now. So oil broke below 93, eh? Let's look back over there at oil. Oh yeah. So I've been watching these equal lows over here. So what I kind of want to see is something like this wick over here. If we end up going down and forming a big wick, maybe something like this, maybe a little bit smaller, that would definitely signal a potential reversal. So keep that in mind, guys. There's a lot of liquidity down here, previous stops from anyone who was long and been holding it for a certain length of time. Look at this on Monday, on Friday, and on Thursday from last week. All these stacked equal lows here. So this is a pretty key level here. Whether or not we're going to go lower or get a reversal, we'll have to see. But like I was saying, what would really say to me that we're going to get a reversal is if we can get a nice push lower and then form a big wick. Then we'd be, potentially looking for a reversal there. So Tradeify has introduced a new comprehensive funding program called the Select Plan, designed to offer traders more flexibility, higher earning potential, and faster path to live with fewer restrictions. The plan replaces previous advanced account and now part of the Tradeify Elite program. Key details of the new Tradeify Select account includes select evaluation account features, evaluation structure, a 3-day minimum evaluation period. Okay. End of day trailing drawdown, which is better than intraday, which is awesome. 40% consistency rule applies during the evaluation, which is, it's a reasonable rule, not too crazy. 40% of trading days must be profitable. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that one. Because what if you have, that just means that, if you have a bunch of small losing days, that just means you have to have a few more. You got to trade a little longer to get some more winning days. So monthly subscription, but 0 activation fees to enter the funded account once passed. Account sizes are 5,100 and 150. Funded account features consistency rule. No consistency rules apply once you're funded. Okay, that's always good. Payout options, choice of between a 5-day flex and a daily payout policy. Profit split 90-10. Nice. Okay. Guaranteed 60-minute payout. Yeah, so they're kind of trying to even the playing field with some of those other prop firms, which operates with no sim profit cap. Oh, nice. Previous advanced account is replaced and all new accounts follow this simplified, more flexible model. The select plan is best for traders looking for a straightforward, less restrictive environment that rewards consistency with rapid payouts. 3-5 splits on first 15K, no split on the first 15K, and then profit splits after the 15K. Nice. Well, thanks for the info there, Mr. Scalper, the sinister scalper. Yeah, I think the very first account that I got was a Tradeify account, and that was way back in February of 2025. And then I blew that account, and then I went into straight to funded with Top One Futures after that. Hey, what's up? We got 38 people in YouTube and 14 people in X. Good to see y'all. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys, every one of you. Just drinking my tea out of my Tim Hortons Bear mug. Yeah, I'm going to be up going to the bathroom all night, right? All right, so we did get that pullback here. Didn't quite get that back to previous day high. Found some support at this 25,131 fair value gap and pushing back up. If we can get a closure above this, look at that. We might be inverting this current fair value gap right here, actually. Which is it's a pretty bullish sign. Although I don't give too much value to these 1 minute fair value gaps. So we do have one on 2. Let's just remove this here on the 3 or on the 2. Yeah, so they're trying to invert this one fair value gap currently on the 2 minute. We got a 1 minute and 10 seconds left on that guy. So it's right there. Just in case I feel like taking an entry here, I'm just going to get this all set up. We can go with 2 contracts here. So I kind of have these orders ready to go. They're not placed yet. Let's see if we're going to close above 135 here. How do I feel about NQ short right now? I'm still leaning long at the moment. In fact, I might even try a long here. See if we can't get an entry here. Because we just inverted this fair value gap here. I might have missed that entry there. Sort of put a stop below the lows and then sort of a small target to the upside here. But my order might get left in the dust here. We'll have to see how this plays out. I might have been a little too slow there to get that entry. Look at that, guys. Popping up here real nice. Damn it. So I was waiting for that inverted fair value gap. I probably would have been dragging my stop up into profit right there. So I'm just going to remove this order here. We guess we missed that potential entry there by a few seconds. That's one thing I like about Trade Evade. I would have just hit buy bid. Oh, you're in NQ versus the MNQ? Oh, I've done that before. Hopefully it worked out in a good way for you. So that was a nice bounce there, guys. Hopefully, if anyone did get some long there, definitely try to take a little bit of profit if you can at this point. There's no guarantee we're going to continue going higher here, but hard to say no to some profits that you got there. And in what 1 minute, basically, just took 70. Yeah, you can. It goes fast, right? And it can go against you real fast too. That could have been a -7. So a couple guys that I used to that I still watch, but it's kind of like where I started my futures journey. Yeah, your mind's not right for that, right? Evan Dyer accidentally went to buy 5 micros, and he went in long 5 minis, and before he even knew it, he was blew the accounts. So it can happen. Yeah, double check your contracts here. And damn, missed that entry, man. That sucks. Yeah, so fair value gaps are basically a 3 candle structure. And it's just it's basically an imbalance in price, right? So when price kind of accelerates through a level and then closes, and then the next candle doesn't go back and sort of balance that level, so it leaves a gap, right? Like what we call the fair value gap, or it's just basically an imbalance, right? So you take 3 candles. This fair value gap isn't formed fully yet because this candle hasn't closed, but look at that move there. So what you do is you take the first candle, you go from the top of the wick until the bottom of the wick of the third candle, and that gives you the fair value gap. And typically what you're looking for then is a pullback into the fair value gap for an entry on a continuation, or in the case of what I was just trying to trade there, which was an inverted fair value gap. So see this red candle, or I guess it's a dark blue candle for you guys, right in here where I have this little yellow box. So the bottom of that wick on this candle here, this candle, and then the top of the wick of the third candle here. So that was a bearish fair value gap. And then as we closed above this fair value gap on this candle right here, that was my signal to try to take an entry long on a pullback into this inverted fair value gap. And then look at that, guys. Like, I missed that entry by like what, 2 or 3 seconds, and then boom, look at that. We're all the way back up to the highs here. So there's 2 ways you can use it. One is you get along on an inverted fair value gap in this situation, or you wait for a pullback into a bullish fair value gap for a continuation. You took 3 Michaels when I was calculating and pressing trade of 8 on TradingView market orders. Nice. Well, hey, congrats. Glad you got in there, and too slow for me. Vector gap if using vector candles. Okay. Yeah, so a good little indicator if you're new to watching fair value gaps is FVG/IFVG, and it's by Nephew Sam. So just search fair value gap and then look for the author to be Nephew Sam, and then you can throw that on your TradingView chart, and every time it leaves a fair value gap, it'll leave these little marks on your chart, right? So you can go in there and hit the little gear button, which will bring this up, and then inputs, you can go down here, and then you can hit show inverted fair value gaps, IFVG. I don't put it on because it's a little bit too much clutter. So that's why I'll draw the inverted fair value gaps personally, just so there's less of them, because I don't want to have every single inverted fair value gap still showing on the chart from previous. So yeah, that's the 2 ways to kind of trade it. I think somebody earlier was asking about where's a good place to learn to get some training or something, right? I think that was before Sinister Scalper was filling us in on that Tradeify stuff. Yeah, I have a giant antenna on my roof. Yeah. I thought somebody was asking about where's a good place to get some training, and I would definitely recommend ASFX TV. Let me just hook it up here. If you can get a free month there, and they have a couple courses that you can learn for free. So I'll just get the link here and I'll send it over to you guys. Great group of guys. So definitely, I would support them if I can, because I did learn some good stuff from them for sure. So copy this. And so whoever was asking earlier about a place to get some education or some learning, check out ASFX TV there. They have, you can get a free month. You can go through, they have 3 courses, Futures 101, Futures 2.0, and Liquidity Concepts, 3 courses. So you can pack a month full of learning, watch some free streams there, Monday to Friday. And if you want to stick around, I think it's about $100 a month after that. So, but definitely worth getting in there on the free account to get some good free info. And it's a good group of guys too, so definitely check them out. So we did sweep the highs there. We left a pretty big wick. Is oil turning around on us here? That's the question. Not really. A little bit, but not really. So how far are we going to pull back here? It's a good question. Hopefully you guys took some profits there if you guys bought that inverted fair value gap there. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Jay, what's up? What was dinner? I missed it. Oh, hey. I had like beef pho, and then I also had some pineapple fried rice. So I had a ordering food day today. I was a little too busy. I didn't get a chance to try to cook anything, so ended up ordering up some food. Yeah, I love me some pho too. Pho's so good. So, geez, guys, we have this fair value gap here. We haven't inverted it yet. We got to wait for this candle closure here, but it looks like it's going to get a closure here in five seconds. So yeah, so this is now an inverted fair value gap. So we have opposing fair value gaps here, guys. So be cautious here. This could end up being sort of a chop zone for a while. But if we get a nice closure above one of these guys or below this guy, there's a good potential for that direction to be the one to take, right? So whenever I get these opposing fair value gaps, you got to be a little bit more cautious, because obviously you don't know which one is going to be the one to work. So if you wait for it to get invalidated by the price crossing it again, that's a better time to get an entry on these guys. But again, like I said, overall, gotta feel like still bullish, right? We did make a new high there, barely. Like we only beat out the wick, but if we look at the candle bodies, we did make a new body closure high there, right? And depending on where this pullback stops, as long as we don't start making a new low, I still gotta lean towards the bulls being in control right now, right? So what kind of retracement is this? Yeah, it's a pretty strong one. We moved up really fast there, 4 minutes up, and the fifth, then just straight back down. So you prefer 2 minute over the 1 or the 5 minute, or do you look at all? Yeah, so I kind of flip. I don't really trade the 1 minute for fair value gaps. There is a time and a place for them, but I tend to stick with 2, 3, or 5. Just the higher time frame, the little bit more reliable it seems to be. So and if none of them, if no time frames are showing it, and say only the 2 minute is showing it, then I'll kind of watch a 2 minute. Say if we look at the 5 here, we do have this one fair value gap, but we didn't have these inverted fair value gaps, which ended up working out earlier. So sometimes I am flipping through, but it's typically 2, 3, or 5. And then I use the higher time frames, like the 30 minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour for a target, for the draw on liquidity. So if we had a 4 hour fair value gap, relatively close above, then I'll be looking for longs into that fair value gap. Why don't you see heat maps used in futures like you do in crypto? Like a heat map, sort of like when they have the ticker, and then if it's red or green kind of idea. Is that what you're talking about? Like the S&P 500 heat map, where you can see Tesla's green and Nvidia's red kind of idea. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you? Yeah, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. A liquidity heat map. Oh, so Bookmap. I do use Bookmap, but just because I'm on my laptop right now and I'm tethered to my phone, I just can't run bookmap at the same time. So typically I have the bookmap running every time. To see where the most longs and short buys are. Yeah. Like I said, typically I have bookmap. I do have it on my PC, but I don't have it on the laptop here. And because I'm tethered to the phone, tethered to my cell phone, it's yeah, I just don't have the screen space or the data to be running it right now. But hopefully by Thursday we'll be back in action fully. So see, look, this is what I was talking about, guys. We're just playing ping pong here between these two fair value gaps now, right? We pull down to the inverted fair value gap. We're back up to this one here. Now, if we get a closure above this inverted fair value gap, that's a good sign for the bulls that we're still in control, right? So bookmap always looks like a bunch of neon clowns throw up rainbow paint. Yeah, I mean, you can customize it a bit, right? I usually try to keep the colors down a little bit in general, but the whole point is you can see where the orders are, right? That's the most important part. I don't rely too heavily on bookmap. I usually look at the charts. I look for trend. I look for key areas, right, with the value areas of previous day high, previous day low kind of idea. Then I look at fair value gaps for entries, and then I look at bookmap to see where the orders are, to see if it lines up with my bias and my trade idea. So I like to have bookmap, but it's also like the last thing on the list that I really use, you know. But as long as, you know, we have a bunch of orders above and I'm bullish, then, you know, it just adds that other confluence here. So we did invert this guy. I'm just going to get rid of this one now since we inverted the inverted fair value gap. That was on the 2 minute, actually. So we got 11 seconds here still, but it looks like they're going to invert it. So hard to say. Bulls aren't still in control here, right? So Lilish asked, why did it come down? It looks like to me just normal market movements, right? It was just giving us another chance to get an entry on this inverted fair value gap. But like I said, I don't feel confident trading in between two inverted fair value gaps typically. So just gonna check out the channel here. Hey, 686 subscribers. Looks like we got a few tonight, which is pretty impressive considering I'm running on like minimal streaming capabilities right now. So thank you to anybody who did subscribe. I appreciate you guys. We did add a few more subscribers. I think I was at 670 something, and now we're at 686. So thank you guys. You rock. Blessing me with the subscribers. And 19 likes on the stream too also. Thank you so much. Love it. Appreciate it. I just realized why you look like Clint Eastwood this week. You're not wearing your ears. Yeah. I still got the ears here, but they're for the PC. And now, like I said, I'm on the laptop here, so Clint Eastwood. Oh, that's very nice of you, bro. I take that as a compliment. Any mindset any mindset psychology courses you can recommend? My mind is not behaving like my mind. Oh yeah. Have you ever heard of Strong Trader? They have a coaching course. They have coaching on their Discord that is strictly about mindset and psychology. So Strong Trader here. I'll look up their account. And you can check them out there. I mean, I could help you too. I just don't have any courses. So if you wanted to, you feel free to definitely reach out in the Discord, in the coaches channel, or anything if you want to share some trades. And really a good thing is to keep track of your psychology, right? As how you feel, like ask yourself throughout the trade and sort of write that down and then keep track of that. And then we kind of like come up with some ideas on how you could, work on that part. But yeah, definitely check out the Strong Trader here. I'll paste it in the chat here for you. Where's CL going right now? Is it going down? Oh, CL's going up, guys. Okay, that's what I was saying, guys. This could be the reversal here. We did sweep these lows. We had these stacked lows from the last 3 days here. We swept the lows. It's bouncing up, but the thing I'm not seeing is I'm not seeing a very drastic pullback on NQ here. So it'd be interesting to see how this plays out. Did reject a little bit of the bearish fair value gap on the crude there at around 93.58. I don't know that NQ is done going higher here. Hey, yeah, no problem, Lilish. I think it's a paid thing, right? So I think what you do is you log on to their Discord, you pay sort of a fee, and then they have some like psychology coaching, or is it group sessions? I think they might have group sessions. So that's all I know though for psychology stuff. I mean, I'm sure you could kind of like search on YouTube for some free stuff if you wanted to do the school of YouTube route. But if you got a little extra cash that you can put into the trading, you can definitely check them out. Again, this is all connected to the group of guys that I sort of like when I started trading futures. I joined them just to sort of get on the right track, and it's all through ASFX TV, which I linked earlier. So journaling will help you analyze your mindset on trades. You can critique it and fix your overall self. I just made this up. It makes sense to me, but it's totally true. It's totally true. But that's a big thing about journaling, right? It's not so much about, oh, I entered here, I exited here, right? There's more layers to it that are really important. Often when people are just like, yeah, I entered at this price, stop at this price, and take profit at this price. Well, yeah, that's important stuff somewhat, but more important is like, well, what happened before that for you to want to enter, right? How did you feel during the trade? And, how did you manage a trade in comparison to how you're feeling psychologically, right? So ask yourself, how do I feel my mental capital is right now? Do I feel like I have a lot of mental capital, or am I feeling a little bit low? Do I have the urge to just jump back in a trade right away after you took that first trade, right? And if you are answering yes to some of those questions, then it's probably a good idea to walk away, right? Shut it down, walk away, go touch some grass, maybe get a little exercise. You could always come back later, right? So it definitely takes time, but if you can actually like take your trade and then do the journaling right after, it's going to be a benefit because it'll stop you from, forcing yourself to get into another trade right away, which can save you in the long run a lot of profits. Because if you start tilting because of, say, you got to break even and you started feeling like anxiety, instead of like just jumping in to try to make that money back, you go and journal. It gives you a chance to sort of like digest your feelings and everything, right? But yeah, I totally understand it. And a lot of times it's hard because you don't have a lot of, you don't have a lot of time to do this. If you're working, full-time job or whatever, you got family, you got this, got that. So, but yeah, that's what I noticed when I first started and I was journaling. I was over trading. And when I started journaling after the trade, it actually helped me because I was slowing down my trades, right? So it's going to help you take a little break in between trades. Yeah, see, guys, this is what I was saying. There's no real reason for us to be bearish at the moment. The safer trades look like they're still longs. Where did the guy earlier that was giving me a hard time about the fair value gaps? I mean, they work. Look at this. You had an inverted fair value gap for an entry there. And then you have this bullish fair value gap. If you didn't get the inverted fair value gap, they both worked, right? So the only reason I believe in fair value gaps is because I've been watching them for a long time now. And, it doesn't work every time. Obviously, no trades work every time, or no ideas work every time. But I would say at a very high rate, they do work, right? So it's just another confluence that you guys can have for an entry. And, learning how I learned to trade off VWAP, right? But when price starts getting so far away from VWAP, I was kind of like left with no ideas as to how to enter these trades. And then once I came across fair value gaps, that was like, oh, damn. So on continuations, I actually get a lot of opportunities to enter on fair value gaps to get in on the continuations. So he's an anti-FVGite. Nice, yeah. Yeah, and nothing against him. Like, everyone has the right to decide what they want, right? What's my business email? Are you in the Discord, Jay? Discord might be the easiest way to send me some business ideas, but yeah, I'm definitely down to chat about stuff. I've been thinking about trying to expand the business a bit, so sort of setting up a store with some swag and stuff like that, or some potential, some more meetups and stuff like that. So okay, sounds good. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate all the help that I can get from you guys. I know some of you guys are probably a lot smarter than me in a lot of these areas. Starting to get more volume again. Yeah, I can see that. Nice big bullish candle there. Strong volume. Asian market's so slow, which can be a good thing, right? Because sometimes when you get into a trade on the New York, it's just like instantly you're down like lots of money. Wishing I got into this a long time ago. Like, this has just been so clean, guys. Like, imagine you bought anywhere down here. It's just been up and up and up this whole time. Like, how many points is this? Let's just say you took this flag pattern here for a breakout. Let's put this guy a little here, right there. Boom. What's going on here? So we're up 100 points from that flag breakout. It's one of those days where it's like, man, if you would have just picked up like 1 or 2 contracts and just let it ride, whew, it would have been beautiful. Yeah, some New York Open whiplash. Trading game. Did you ever get that account activated, or I was waiting for an update from you, but I haven't. You haven't said anything. That's amazing that you passed the account, but obviously we need to get it funded for you. And if you are having a problem, definitely just reach out to their support. They'll help you out. But I'm pretty sure it does have an activation fee. So that could be what's stopping you from having it switch over. So you might have to log into the dashboard and check it out. Just so you know, guys, probably going to end the stream here in about 10 minutes at 10:30 my time, which is 1:30 p.m. East Coast. Ralph was getting uncomfortable over there. Helped him a little bit. Tracking to the previous week high, 25,220. Yeah, well, we took those orders at 150 there finally. And let me see here on the 30-minute. Did we end up inverting that guy? Not quite yet. We still have 10 minutes. So if we can get a closure, like I said earlier, if we get a closure above 159 or 160 area, in the next 10 minutes, that's definitely a good sign for the bulls. We might end up getting a bit of a pullback into the inverted fair value gap before we get some more continuation. So keep that in mind. But, just because we invert it, I wouldn't say enter, just like that. So you're probably going to want to wait for a bit of a pullback. But so far, looks like longs are still just in play. Right? Nothing is really telling us to start looking for shorts unless it's, unless you have a key level for some reason and you're just taking a quick scalp with a tight stop. That would be the only way I'd be looking for any shorts at the moment. Keep it tight, guys. Keep it tight. You gotta get those W's. So I had to take my mom to the airport yesterday. She's on her way to Portugal for 2 months. What a lucky person, hey? So I'm dealing with all the chickens and the dogs solo here, taking care of all the animals. And I had some bad news today, guys. I went into the coop to collect the eggs, and one of the chickens was dead. Ooh, one of our favorite chickens. The white one with the little black spots. Not sure what happened. Sometimes they eat something that gets stuck in their gullet or their whatever, their little digestive sac in their neck, and they end up passing away like that. So sucks. One less chicken. We'll be curious to watch this 160 level. It looks like we're getting up there. Are we going to get a closure above 159 to 160 area on this 30-minute candle? What's in Portugal? 2 months seems long. Oh, my sister and her husband bought an apartment there. They're applying to get their sort of like their visa there, but it's just a vacation. They're going to do some traveling around that area too. Like I think they're talking about going to maybe to like Spain or to Italy or something else while they're over there. But they're just going to travel around. And my mom hasn't really done much traveling in the past. So she needs to get away. And while my sister's there, she's getting some dental work done. So she's getting like her teeth veneers, I guess you would say, where they put in they pull your teeth and then they put the little posts into your bone, and then they fit your teeth onto the bone. So scary times to be in that region of the world. Yeah, that's true. Definitely, hopefully Portugal stays safe, but there is a little bit more risk out there. They're in Lagos, the city Lagos in Portugal. So hopefully they're not going to go anywhere too crazy. I don't think they will. So we'll just give her a quick prayer that she's going to be safe and come back safe. So 5 minutes left here on this candle. They're really trying to push it up here to the 160s. Oh, it's so beautiful. And the whole cost of living is good. They have a lot of expats there. Just overall environment's really good there. So Iran is a hot topic now. Maybe she can visit. Yeah. I'm sure they'll go to Iran right away. Just kidding, not. Yeah, they're where they got their apartments. It's like I think it's like a 10-minute walk to the beach. So it's like right downtown in Lagos, near the beach. Yeah, it seems really beautiful. So good food, nice people. Prices are decent. And it's actually relatively easy for Canadians to immigrate there. I don't know about other countries. I'm sure it's not that hard for the USA also. But it's like if you have passive income of over 2,000 Canadian dollars, you can get a visa there to live there, as long as your money is coming from outside of the country. I keep seeing a lot of good things about Vietnam for a place to travel and to visit and potentially even live. Yeah, there's lots of English there. Yes. Everyone hates us Americans now, as if it wasn't bad enough before, and much deserved. It's funny because like I don't You know, I don't hate the Americans. I think you guys are. I think it's good. What's going on? I know it's a struggle down there, but I feel like some of those changes have to be done, right? You're gonna retire in the Philippines? Yeah, that would be good too. I saw some. It's recently found this guy on YouTube. He was living in Toronto as a in corporate, like he was working for a bank or something or other, and then he decided to move to the Philippines and open up a chicken farm. So he's growing 15,000 chickens at his property right now, or at whatever, at the farm. I don't know if he owns it, but I think so. And they're expanding it. They're building some more buildings out there. So kind of interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of Filipinos in Vancouver for sure. Are you a Filipino, Kaylin? He said my fellow Filipinos. Sean Reeves, 100%. I don't understand this market, Mr. Butcher. Can you explain this? The market reverses in New York session from peak, and in Asia section today, it takes it out without any resistance or small pullbacks. So I don't know exactly why, obviously, this is happening either, but I do find that when there's lower volatility, right, or lower volume, it's kind of like easier for the price to go in one direction, right? When there's so many people in the market competing for their ideas and their trades, and the higher volume, it can really swing the trades, right? So you kind of see it where the trending days will be, in the overnight session, and then it kind of like shifts into the New York session for like a day, and then it'll shift back out into the Asian sessions. So if you kind of keep an eye on it, you can kind of sort of see like when, if the trending days are working inside the New York session or outside of the New York session. So if you keep an eye on it, sort of think of it like that, is like, if we have multiple chop days on the New York session, then it's only a matter of time until the Asia session is going to give us a clean running day, right? And with less volume, there's going to be potentially less volatility, and that's a little bit easier for us to get these trending days, right? But when the big players are in there, like all the banks and the hedge funds and stuff, and they have, options that they need to like be concerned about, they're going to affect the market more than, and the overnight session, because there's nothing they can really do about what the options are saying. Too much humidity in Southeast Asia? Yeah, there's definitely a lot. You've been waiting on a pullback and it never really gives. Yeah, we kind of didn't really get very big of pullbacks, but that's kind of what happens on these continuation days, right? So sometimes you got to just, on these days that are looking so bullish like this, you just kind of have to take a smaller pullback for an entry and then just have a tighter stop, right? Needs to be done correct. Many Filipinas want them foreigners, Lafta said. Yeah, Lafta. Yes, you were born in Hawaii, though. My wife is born and raised in the Philippines. Nice. Met in high school and never looked back. Good for you. That's awesome. The Filipino people are definitely a very nice people. I don't know if you guys heard, but there was a Filipino event in Vancouver, and some crazy person drove their car through a whole bunch of people. And I always thought like, oh, that only happens in the UK, but unfortunately, our immigration in Canada is broken. So a lot of the craziness that we get in, that we are seeing typically in the UK and whatever, it's starting to come to Canada. So I forget what it's called. It was it's like one of their big gatherings. I'd have to ask AI, but it would know. Kapamilia Festival? Oh, it's a Lapu Lapu. Lapu Lapu Day celebrations. Yeah, it was Lapu Lapu. Same in the USA, yeah. And I'm not against immigration, right? But the way that we have our immigration laws currently, there's just too many loopholes, right? And I think I heard that there's something like 700 Iranian officials that are in Canada from the regime from Iran right now, and that's pretty scary, right? So unfortunately, this is how the government typically works: is they just let a lot of immigrants in, whether it's legally or end up being illegal, and then they end up getting votes for that, right? For those people that they bring in, and it's sad, but that's just how seems to be common practice. So, yeah, I mean, so in Canada we have a minority government right now. So that means that we have basically the two main parties are the Conservatives and the Liberals, right? And the Liberals won power slightly, not by very much, and the Conservatives were right behind them. So Canada voted in a sort of a split government, so it's not super easy for them to pass all their bills and whatnot, right? But unfortunately, the Liberals have been doing these what we call is backroom dirty deals to get floor crossers. So they've been offering better positions in the government and funding people's areas and using whatever leverage they can to get people to cross over from the Conservatives to the Liberals. So now they're almost at a majority government from floor crossers. Can you believe that? It's not even democratic, right? How can the Canadians voted, a split government, and then basically the government in power, the Liberals, made a whole bunch of deals with some other of the Conservatives and some other parties, people, and got them to switch to the Liberal government. So now there's a couple by-elections coming up, and if those by-elections go to the Liberals, which they probably will because they're typically a Liberal area, so typically in general they always win those areas. So if they get 2 out of the 3 by-elections that go Liberal, then they're going to have a majority government, and then they're going to just start pushing through all these bills that are they're going to be able to screw us about any, if we have a podcast, if you have a podcast and your revenue is over $10 million, you have to disclose the information about your podcast and who's listening to your podcast to the government. So it's crazy. We're going to be potentially losing freedom of speech and just a lot of crazy stuff going on. So yeah, politics are so crazy, and it's not just in Canada, it's in other places. But I typically lean towards the Conservatives because they want to strengthen our borders, increase our military, reduce government spending, unlock our resources, build more mines, drill more oil, get some pipelines to the east and the west coast so we can ship our oil around to Asian markets and other markets. And the current government wants to keep the oil in the ground, and they don't want to send it over there. And it's mostly because they're getting lobbied by the US, right? All of our oil goes to the States right now, and we sell it at bargain deal prices to them, and then they refine it, and then we pay a premium when they send it back to us. And then not only that, but they're making deals all across the world to sell oil to other countries, and a lot of that oil is Canadian oil, right? So and our current Prime Minister, Mark Carney, he is 91% invested in United States companies in his personal portfolio. So everything that he's been doing lately seems like he's, doing things to benefit the United States and his holdings. And also, he was on the chair for a company called Brookfield Assets, which is like one of the largest companies, if not the largest company in Canada. The funny thing is they had their headquarters in the East Coast or Eastern Canada, and guess where they moved their headquarters to? Down to New York in the States. So a Canadian company leaving Canada because why? Because our economy is doing so bad. And then they're registered in a foreign, a tax haven. So they don't even pay taxes to Canadians. So this big company, Brookfield Assets, which manages billions of dollars, has their holdings, in a tax-free location. And if you know anything about Canada, our taxes are so high. Like, if you make over $150,000 a year, I think you pay over 40% tax on your income. So if you go down to like Florida, you pay like 25%. So Canada is just not set up to be a prosperous country like the way that the United States is, right? And immigration's out of control, so we have housing crisis. Our hospitals are overfilled. We have 6 million people in Canada without a family doctor. The list goes on, right? So if you actually look at it, it tends to be closer to 60% of our income gets taxed, because everything we buy or sell, or capital gains, everything, it actually works out to being closer to 60% tax by the time you spend your money, and then everybody is paying taxes on everything, right? So that's why I'm hoping that one day the Conservatives can get in power. I like their ideologies behind what they want to do. They want to strengthen our borders. They want to unleash our economic power through our resources, which everybody knows Canada's got a lot of resources. We got tons of minerals in the ground. We got more water we have more lakes in Canada than I think in any other country in the world. We have, humongous forests with an enormous amount of softwood lumber, and then we have the third largest oil reserve in the world. So why is Canada struggling so much, and Canadians are so blind to it? It's because of our current government, unfortunately. And I love Canada. I'm a Canadian deep down, but in recent years, it's been the only time in my entire life where I've been sort of not that happy about being a Canadian, unfortunately. It's kind of sad to say, but it's true. But I'm hopeful that some changes can happen, and we can get back to the good country that we used to be, right? So we have tons of untapped resources. Yes, totally. So yeah, that's my politics rant for the day. I'm gonna end up getting some hate mail now. So yeah, it's not cheap to extract, but they're doing it. So it is 10:42. I said I was gonna get off at 10:30, and we're about 50 minutes longer here. So 10:42 p.m. here. So yeah, the liberals had become too radical. It's unfortunate. Yeah, totally. The whole woke ideologies and everything, LGBTQ, and I don't know if you guys heard about the whole trucker convoy, but they were arguing against the getting the jab, and what did they do? They pulled an emergency act and locked all the truckers that were involved in this protest, locked all their bank accounts. And not only that, but anyone who donated to the trucker convoy got their bank accounts locked. What kind of a communist country are we turning into? It's crazy. Yeah, I'm all fired up. I mean, like I said, guys, I love my country. I love being Canadian, but I'm currently not that happy with what's going on here. So yeah, I'm on the West Coast. I'm in British Columbia, near Vancouver. We were rooting so hard for the truckers. Yeah, nice. I mean, it was a peaceful protest, and they shut it down like it was a major emergency, you know. And then it went to Supreme Court, and the courts found that it was unlawful for what they did. But do you think you think there was any reprimand from it? No, of course not. Yeah, I should go out to Roxy and get some beers before bed. That'd be fun. Oh yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. That's today, isn't it? Right? St. Patty's. Woo! I'm in Washington, near Seattle. Sweet. Sean, I don't know if you're in the Discord, but I was talking with my good friend from high school who's also a trader, and he's a live streamer, works with ASFX TV. But we were talking about doing a little gathering, a meetup in Seattle, because that's kind of closest to us. So if you want to jump in the Discord there, we'll be posting if we do set up one of those. I've been meaning to talk to him again about that, because it'd be pretty sweet to head down there for a bit, and maybe like a day trip, and sort of have a meetup, because there's a lot of people that are just across the border, in this whole trading network. So if you want to jump in there and keep track of it, that's where we'll be posting it. So do you need me to share the link? I think I might even have it still here. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, because it's always nice to meet up with some other like-minded people, even if it's just to hang out for one day. And we did one right before Christmas in Langley area, which is sort of near Vancouver. For anyone who's outside of Canada, probably don't know where Langley is, but we had about 10 people show up. It was a small gathering, but it was really nice to meet up with some other traders. So looks tired. Are you talking about the price right now? Yeah, we're kind of stalling out here, eh? Did we get that 30-minute inverted fair value gap? We did. Yeah, we did. So yeah, keep an eye on that, guys. We might get a little bit of a pullback and then potentially move in higher on this long. So By the airport? No, it's well, there's the Abbotsford Airport, but not near the Vancouver Airport. The Vancouver Airport is about 50 minutes, 50-minute drive from Langley. Langley's sort of like out into the lower mainland, not so much near the airport. So you think we'll head back down to 25.10? That's right near the point of control. Yeah, it is looking a little slow here. But again, I'm still leaning bullish, guys. But anything could happen still. Let's move over to the 5-minute here. Yeah, I mean, I would expect a bit of a pullback, but I don't know how deep it's going to go. I would still, not financial advice, but I would still be leaning bullish a little bit at the moment, right? So, oh, that's what your chart's showing is some support down at 25,000. Yeah, they are fizzling out, that's for sure. So, I mean, you could watch for, I wouldn't just jump in short here, but if we get, say, invert one or two of these fair value gaps, that would definitely say, there's a good chance we're getting a nice move lower. We do have this 15-minute fair value gap here, which could be a good indication for a reversal. Now, whether or not we're going to go very far down, that's a good question. But, if we were to invert this fair value gap, we could definitely head back down to 25,130. So Richmond is by the airport. It's the closest one to the airport. Which, if you like Asian food, that's the place to go. Like dim sum or hot pot or Chinese restaurants. So good, so good. But hey, guys, here, I really got to wrap it up. I'm going to head to bed here. I got to be up for the market open tomorrow. Yeah, that's it, Richmond, right? Yeah. Got to get a little bit of sleep here tonight. I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow. I'm probably going to hook up this laptop again to see if I can do one more stream off of it. And then hopefully by tomorrow afternoon, the internet will be fixed. I pray, please, pretty please. But yeah, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate seeing you guys hanging out. It's been a fun stream as usual. Let me just go to my channel real quick here. Give a shout out. So we got up to 689 subscribers tonight. So thank you for everyone who did subscribe new. I'm sure after my little rant there about politics, I'm sure I'm going to lose a couple subscribers. But no, I'm just joking. Don't bail out. Don't bail out, guys. No. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for being here. Thanks so much. Let's see here. I'm going to say goodbye here. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Sinister Scalper, Lilish Borker, sorry. Kaylin, Jay, AG Trader, Blank Johnson, Fasil Crypto, Nick Harms, Lone Wolf, Lafta, Plurd JCom, K-Poppers, like Korean pop music. I like it. I Miss on Purpose, Sean Reeves, Trading Game, I Am Thao, Randy H, Bodyman HG, Drift Trader, Q4 Pilot, Wayne Beauregard, M. Will, Ayo1, LJKSN. That's a new one. I haven't seen that name. Luia, Space Futures FX, The Hobby Man, Black Thor Car Meets. The guy was giving me a hard time about fair value gas. Don't worry, bro. I still love you. Heavy D Barbecue, the Asian guy, GW Trades a Lot, and James Scheller. Hey, thanks for tuning in, you guys. Appreciate you guys. I hope I didn't miss anybody there. I actually tried a different way. I went into top fans and looked at the people. A little easier to get the list rather than scrolling through the whole chat. It's okay to be conservatives, just not assholes like Mega. Yeah, fair enough. See you during the New York session, Lafta. Did I see Blank Johnson? I don't think I said Blank Johnson there. I'm gonna do a quick scroll through in case I missed anybody. Sean Reeves. Said Lone Wolf, obviously, earlier. Panda in the house. Quick scroll. Lafta. Hope I didn't. AG Trader. I'm saying your guys' names again. Sorry. Getting a double shout out. Did say Jay. Lilish Borker. I said that also. Mustang Trader. Randy H. I'm going through the list here again. I think we're almost there, guys. I don't think I saw Keith tonight. He's probably busy driving trucks right now. Nick Harms, maybe I said your name. Say it again and again. Q4 Pilot and Trading Game. So thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Love you. We will be live tomorrow morning, and if not, for sure Thursday and Thursday evening. I'll catch up with you guys. Hopefully, internet will be good to go. We'll have a full setup. We'll have Bookmap running everything. So, but yeah, appreciate you guys. Good to see you. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on the flip side. Peace out.